In this video, I am going to discuss the problem number C of Codeforces round 706. So the problem name is diamond miner. So I will explain the problem a bit and then I will see the solution. So there is a 2D coordinate system like x-axis and y-axis. In the x-axis we have some mines at some points, not necessarily at every point, but at some of the points we have some mines, and we have some miners here on the y-axis. So what will the miners do? Miners will just throw their something at the mines, and they will collect the mines from there, and the energy they need to throw their something that to the mines is the distance between this point and this point. Suppose 04 is throwing mines towards 50, so the cost will be, or energy will be, distance between 04 and 50, that is nothing but square root of 5 square plus 4 square. So we have to, and 04 can also throw the mine to 10. This point 04 can also throw mine to 30 to any of the points. So we have to just minimize the cost and print the solution that what is the minimum cost after up to that in, and the solution will contain 10 decimal point of precision. So to be on safe side, I will show you the 15 decimal of precision. How to achieve that I will also show you in the coding part. So this is a problem that we want to minimize the total cost of mining, and miners are along y-axis and mines are along x-axis. So we want to minimize the distance between x and y by considering which pair of points we will consider. So we have to just find that how we will pair up these points from x-axis and y-axis. So let us point out some of the key observations in this problem. The first observation I can make here from is that we need not consider negative values, because ultimately we are doing x square plus y and y square. So our positive negative value will automatically become positive. So we will not store the negative values, rather we will store their absolute value, and we need to consider all x square and y square. So we can take advantage of square root to minimize it as much as possible. So what we can do that we can put our maximum value what we can obtain by throwing this distance part. So the maximum distance is nothing but the distance between 04 and 50 among these points you can see. So if we can put this maximum part under root, so suppose here 16 plus 25, that is 41. So if we put that under root, then 41 root it around 6 point something. So that will be highly minimized, like by 35 points. But if we take 04 and 10 suppose, then we will get root 5, and that is nothing but something more than 2. And if we can consider that this is very minimal optimization. So if you want to minimize the total cost, we need to maximize the number under root. That is what I have discussed, and I have shown some property that if we do that 1 minus square root of 1, that is 0 minimization. If we do 9 minus square root of 3, that is 6 actually, it is mistake. So it will be 6 square root of 9, it will be 6, and 16 minus square root of 16, that will be 12, and 25 minus square root of 25, that is 20. So we can observe that as the number is getting bigger, our cost is reducing, our difference is more, and our cost will be reducing. So if we put bigger number under square root, that will reduce our cost more. So for example, if we have 2 points on x-axis and 2 points on y-axis, suppose 10 and 50, and we combine, in case I have considered 2 cases. In first case I will combine 10 and 05, and in second case I will combine 50 and 01. So I can show you that how the cost is reducing when we put maximum number under root. So here the total cost comes as 1 square plus 5 square root, that is root under 26, and here also root under 26. So it is 2 into root under 26. And here in case 2, what happens, that we combine 10 and 01, so we will get root 2, and here we are combining 50 and 05, we are getting root 50. So root 50 plus root 2 is definitely much lesser than 2 into root under 26. So clearly the cost in case 2 will be less than in case 1. So we can save more cost by putting larger number under square root. So to achieve this, what we can do, as our problem size is 10 to the power 5, so we can sort the element and give the solution in n log n time complexity. So what we can do, we can sort the x coordinates. First we have to store the x coordinate and y coordinates separately. Then I will sort the x coordinates and then sort the y coordinates. Then what we can do, that we will start combining the points, pairing up the points from the last. So we will end up pairing up the bigger points, and thus we will get the greater distance at every iteration. Then for example, our point is 1 0 5 0 0 1 and 0 5 as previous example. Then we have two vectors as x equal to 1 5 and y equal to 1 5. These are the x coordinates of these 4 points where x is non-zero. These are the y coordinates of these 4 points where y is non-zero. And we will take the back of this x and y, that is 5 5, and we will combine them. So put our answer plus square root of 5 into 5 plus 5 into 5. Then I will pop back those elements as those elements are already consumed. Then again we will iterate this thing again. Then in the next step we will get x dot back equal to 1, y dot back equal to 1, and our answer plus square root of 1 plus 1. Then I will pop back these two elements. Now there is an important point that we have to print the answer in a fixed precision point of 15. So what we can do, either you can do printf %15 ld, then print answer, that will give you up to 15 precision point. Or in C++, that we can do also C, both C and C++. But if you want to use the cout thing, so you can do this one, cout fixed set precision 15, then answer. So that's all. I hope you understood this thing. So what we have to do is, it is very simple thing. So I will sum up it once. I will just sort this array of x coordinates and y coordinates. Then I will keep pairing up the points from the last. So that is all we have to do. Now I will explain the code that I have written. So I have taken two vectors of x to store the x coordinates and y coordinates, and for every step, if x is non-zero, then I am pushing back the absolute value of x, and if b is non-zero, then I am pushing back the absolute value of y. Then I am doing the sorting these x coordinates and y coordinates. Then I am taking answer equal to 0, and for I am iterating the array of x and y from the last, and in every step I am doing x1 equal to x dot back, y1 equal to y dot back, and taking the last two elements of x and y array. Then I am merging them and making our answer plus square root of x square plus y square. Then I am removing these elements. So I am doing this n number of times from the back, and then I am just printing that answer of 15 precision point. So I will just test this sample test case once, then I will submit. So I have get 3.650 something, 18 and 32. So I think this is correct. Yes, this is correct, and I will submit the code now. This is taking some time to submit. So in the meantime, I am saying that I will put the PDF link in the description, so you can download the PDF from the description. And I have also made the video of, you can see, A-B problems, so you can go through the problems by watching the video, and I have put those problem solution in the PDF also. It is running for a bit time. Yes, now it has started running. Now you can see this is accepted. So you can go through the problems once, and A, B and C. So this is problem C, this is problem B, and this is C. So I have put the PDF link in the description. You can download this PDF and you can watch the rest of the two videos also. And here I have put the links of my previous videos. So I have discussed something about set and anti-knapsack problem and Cadence algorithm. This is my link of the channel. Thank you for watching.